Morning, Alexander. Good morning, Alexander Lee. Hello, David Piper. Yes, Mary, come on up.
Say, wow, give me those clouds. Put them up. Put them up. Put your nipples up. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm out for real this time. Ciao.
Father fish, father fish. One place to go to if you have Vic. Your fish may itch or even flash. So father fish is your one-stop cap. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Raise the temperature with a helping hand. And add some garlic on top of that sand. The heat will go, your plants will grow, and all of your fish will have a happy home. Father fish, so father fish, your one-stop wonder if you keep fish.
Yeah.
Starring Sir Father Fish and all his followers on the Father Fish channel. Over to you, Sir Father Fish.
Hi, Mary.
Good morning, Father Fish. How are you?
Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Yeah! Fish.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
It's wonderful. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good.
Here's our cheers. Let's see.
Right.
Way. That way.
Morning.
There it is.
Turn it the right way. There we go. I can't do that with my right hand.
I'm all backwards. This thing's got me backwards all the time.
Oh, no.
Did you have a good evening?
Lee Wilcox, the king of DIY. I love it. I love it.
Wasn't it great? That was wonderful. Let's see, who was it yesterday wanting to know about a lid? I hope they saw that. Can't remember who it was.
A lid? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was yesterday. We were talking when we were talking about the
Yesterday. Right.
using the glass and stuff. Yeah, making lids.
Right, right.
Lee took the signal and came to the rescue.
Yes, he did. The king of DIY.
Yes, UK style.
Well, taking over the crown, has he? Oh, my. Let's see. Psychedelic Hippocampus is here. I watched her video yesterday. She's got some really pretty text. She's doing guppies that I guess are outdoors in the summer. She's brought them in now for the winter, and she has them in little tubs, like shoebox tubs, by the pair. She's got them separated according to the strain, which is really smart, because too often we get these beautiful guppies in, and they get all mixed up with everything else. So she's trying to keep the strains separate, and that's really that's
Yes.
the beginning. That's the beginning of really being able to raise beautiful guppies. Is to keep them separate and control what's breeding with who's breeding with who. Arachnoid. What arachnoid? You got a spider there or something?
Yeah. Arachnoid aquatics.
Arachnid. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Hi there, Arachnid. Good morning. Holly Gibbs. I just smile and squeal like a child at the sight her father fish's handstands.
Man, he can get down. He can get down, Father Fish.
You were doing real good there this morning. We had you going.
I'm starting to get a starting not to be so shy. When I break out of my shell, it's on.
Got a big smile on you since you came on.
Oh, that's what you do.
It's wonderful. I love it. Oh, Psychedelic is leaving for work, so we're not going to have her here. But I was just really impressed with her tank. She's making her own food in a blender. She grinds up fish and garlic and feeds it in tiny portions. It's an absolutely perfect food, and it's feeding it the little fish. And of course they're doing really well on it. But your tanks are all crystal clear. I guess it's routine water changes. I think she did say in her video that she's doing weekly, at least weekly, 10% water changes, but without filtration. Just has an air stone in most of them, bare bottom air stone, and they're beautiful. Doing really well with them.
And she's the one that had the beautiful pond, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know that you're thinking about Precious Tranquility.
Precious Tranquility. Sorry, yes.
She has the pond in Texas. That's Amanda Fox. She gets
Yes.
on here occasionally. Yeah, that pond is years in the works. She took off a year. She's been working on it altogether for maybe 4 years, with at least 1 year off. So between 2 and 3 years, and she puts an enormous amount of effort. I mean, a lot of detail. It's really. I watched her one evening. She was using foam to lock in all of the stones around the edge, and it's a very, very big pond. Just a huge amount of work, but it's going to be magnificent. Already is. She's got her fish in it already. Um, but it really will be. Roman Chirac is here. Good morning, Roman. Nice to see you. Oh, who else? We got everybody so far. Paul C., let's talk about fish. Yes.
Let's see. Logan's come in.
Say what?
I said Roman's come in, and Logan. I'm sorry.
Oh, great. Hi, Logan.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen
Indoor
Logan
fishing.
in a while. Somebody was asking about you the other day, Logan. I think it was Catfish Terry. And then you showed up. That was good. ER Aquatics. Good morning, ER. Indoor fishing inside. Hello, indoor fishing inside. Happy to see you guys all again. Cassie B. How are you feeling, Cassie B? Cassie B's got 1 more week with her kids at home till she gets back to school. ER Aquatics, good morning all. Lurking while drinking coffee and moving fish from tank to tank. You know, if I put this over on the other side, then when I pick it up, you'll be able to see maybe, if it doesn't clear too much. Oh, glory. Yes, Logan's going fishing soon. Logan's is going fishing. What are you going fishing for, Logan's? Saltwater, freshwater? And where are you? And tell us all about it. Well, we could make it 3 lincompoops, Lee, if you would deign to grace us with your magnificent presence. How do you know a male fish from a female fish? Fish like tetras, mollies, platies all look the same. Well, not exactly. the first distinction to make is between livebearers and egg layers. The livebearer males all have, in effect, a penis. They have a group of fins that comprise a tube that they flip up and impregnate a female with. So mollies, guppies, platies, swords, all of those and more. That's how you tell livebearers. Egg layers. Let me tell you a story about that. This is kind of funny. I had a friend, Merle Cohen. Merle Cohen was one of the great luminaries in the industry. He started a shop back in the 1950s. He was importing fish from Florida and selling them to the 40 some odd shops that were in the Baltimore area, and then opened a shop and continued doing the same. From there, he got out of retail and opened a very large wholesale operation. But in process of his work, he traveled. And he traveled pretty much worldwide. On a trip to Thailand, he was most interested in seeing how they were breeding neon tetras. Now, this was back around in the 1960s. They were breeding neon tetras in Thailand. So he went out to the farm and went on to the farm and was trying to find out how they did this. He found a little boy, about a 10-year-old boy, who spoke a little English. And he asked him how they bred the neons. And he said, "Come, I show you." And he took him to a long line of vats. There were big vats on the bottom and small tanks on the top. And he said, "Okay, what do you do?" And he picked up his net and he dipped out some fish and he picked out, he said, "Here, skinny one, fat one. Next tank, skinny one, fat one." And that's how they did it. They put a skinny one together with a fat one every morning. And by late afternoon, they were laying eggs. So the next morning, they pulled them out, or that evening, whatever, and then hatched out the eggs. So tetras, skinny one, fat one. Some fish, the males have more color than females, so you can kind of tell by that. The killifish, for example, the males are much more colorful. Beyond that, you got to start studying it. There are a lot of fish you can't tell the difference. Oscars. I've never been able to sex Oscars. I was watching a remarkable video last night. I don't even think I can come up with a name of it now. It was a fellow who has a private collection, a rescue collection. He's been on for like 4 or 5 years. Can't remember the name of it. He sounds Czech or Russian, but I think he's in Florida. And he had some big Tigrinus catfish, big ones. One of them was 2 foot long. And he had not been able to figure out how to sex them. So some fish you can't tell. You just don't know. Now, when someone comes in and asks me, how do I tell if I have a male and a female Oscar? I said, really, it's quite simple. You keep them together, and to lay eggs. And if the eggs hatch, then you know you have a pair. So that's how you tell a pair.
Let's see.
Thailand here in England. I see. Nice place too, I'm sure. Is it certified by the crown? My family is what do they called it? That makes hats. What is that called? A company that makes, or a person that makes hats. Can't think.
Gosh.
There's a word for that.
Yes, there is.
Anyway, my family, the Foxwell Hats is certified. What is it? You didn't get it. Certified by the crown. You might look them up, Sir Lee. It's the Foxwell. What is the word for that? For hats. Goodness, my brain's gone. Somebody's gotta have it. Millinery. Thank you, Psychedelic. Millinery, is that right? I don't think that's right. Millinery is general clothing, I think. Hatter, right. Hatter works. The Hatter.
Thinking about what it was at the traveling like little department store that used to come around back in the whatever it was, Habernash or
that's the word. That's the word. Haberdashery. Yes, absolutely. A haberdash. Very good. Very good.
Psychedelic Hippocampus just said it too.
Yeah, Alexander Lee suggested milliner. Milliner is a person who makes clothing. A haberdasher. Right.
Yeah.
The Foxwell Haberdashery is certified by the Queen of England. That's Queen Elizabeth. No, not Elizabeth. Queen Mary. Queen Mary certified the Foxwell Haberdashery back in the 1800s, and they still exist. They're still making hats, and they're still servicing the Queen's head, I guess. Oh dear. That's the
Queen
Foxwells. See,
Queen Mary, the king.
Right. I have links to the homeland. Oh dear. Hatter. Right. Hatter's good. Craig. Hi, Craig. Cassie B, my black skirt tetras seem to color up more in the morning. By the way, Cassie B, once you get yourself straight, I want to get you together with Mary so you guys can switch off, because I know what you were trying to do, what Mary's now doing. And I know both of you would just enjoy being able to come on here and do this, and I would dearly love it. So you two girls get together and figure out some kind of a schedule. Maybe just work together on it. So, and I think Roxanne may be interested if she ever gets to the place. I know somebody who'd love to do it, but she won't. And we won't sing it.
I know who that is. I know who that is. Oh.
And she would love to. She would like nothing better. But
wow. It would be wonderful.
I know.
It was who I'm thinking.
I know. It would change the fish fam in ways we cannot even imagine.
Right.
It would.
The only thing I worry about is, can I do this every day? So, but I'm trying.
It would be a chore, doesn't it? You're doing great, but it would be good to be able to kind of share the load with one or two others.
Absolutely.
I think it's working brilliantly. I like it. It's making it possible for me to function a whole lot more effectively without sitting here and scrolling back for 10 minutes at a crack, trying to find the source of a comment or some such thing. Anyway, David Piper has been breading tetras for years now. Aha. He did say that. He said breading, right? So we're
Are they
assuming that he's putting them in pasta or something.
like anchovies? Hey, you should shrink me, Father Fish.
I should
You'd
what?
make-
Oh,
Shrink me.
yeah, I was about to. We're getting there. There we go. Oh dear, psychedelic hippocampus. These were all guesses. So what is this? T-bone. So fertilization. Fertilization is the key. Right. If you have fertilized eggs, then you know with absolute certainty you have a pair. Now, if it happened in colony, you're on your own. But usually in a colony setting, the male will be dominant. Uh, any fish that breed in colony, typically in a tank, the male is going to be one male will be colored up and the rest will be suppressed. So you'll know that one is the dominant and the breeding male, and they contest with each other to achieve that. It's sometimes size, but more often it's just vigor. The more vigorous fish is the one that dominates the others. Psychedelic hippocampus probably spelled wrong. Yeah, well, yeah, probably. Just teasing,
We
David.
understand each other's language.
Thing by it, David. I'm just teasing you. It's my my English lit major coming out.
Let's
Oh
see.
dear.
Did I say hi to Alex? The Secret Life or the Secret History, not life. I always say the Secret Life.
Yeah, he posted something this morning, an old TED talk that he thought was really significant. I tried to get it up and I couldn't, so I'll have to check it out later and see to what he was referring. There also is a movie on that's up on Octopus that's supposed to be
Yeah.
quite moving, sentimental, I gather. But that'll be nice. Chevy. Chevy.
I don't see her, but I see Chev.
Chev. Who's he referring to?
Oh, about the wrenches?
Chev Birkenshell. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, David's okay with being teased. Good thing, too. We're
Right.
bastards at it here. By the way, I take it as well as I dish it out. So feel free.
You have to have it to be around us.
Yeah, really.
It's all in good fun.
I'm an ish. Did you say Blake? Is Blake here?
Blake, I talked to Blake this morning, and he was going to try to join in. I haven't seen him yet, but he could be lurking.
I need to be posting link here. Secret history. Alex is here.
Yes, he's here.
Abolished farm. How hard is it to get a purple shrimp colony going? I found 2 new purples in my mixed tank today. Super excited. And here's Alex who says, I'm curious. Oh dear. What fish do you know that mate and then lay eggs but are not live bearers like rice fish? So internal fertilization, external eggs later. Darn. Huh. Internal fertilization and then they lay eggs. I don't know. You're saying rice fish. Huh. Gee whiz. Nothing pops into my brain. I can't think of anything actually. Internal fertilization. Nothing. What do you got? You want to talk about this?
Blake's is on here.
Yeah, I know he's throwing his curveballs here.
He's making it entertaining.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We should do the Who Can Stump Father Fish show.
Yeah, really, really. Luke says, psychedelic, you will know this one. In the colonial days of the British Empire, people would wear wide-brimmed hats with corks dangling from string to keep the flies away from their face. Did not know that. That's pretty cool. Corks. And where did they get the cork? Cork trees, I guess, and white cork. I guess because it was light and blew with the wind, maybe. Funny stuff. Nope, didn't know that. Oh, well, that must explain the bells on your Chester's cap.
I can see him now swinging it around.
Not say more about that.
Let's see.
Yes. Oh, Holly says, Holly's Haberdashery was my old jewelry and craft business name. Excellent. What color Guppies? Color Guppies is giving Alex a kudos here. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know that it was such a great question. I think it's a trick question. Let me think of another trick question. Alex, you going to defend yourself, or you just going to throw it out there for people to muck around in? Oh, dear.
Get up there. You and Blake get up there and answer this question.
Here's Blake. We got to get the pair of them up here. That'd be good. Get Blake and Alex on here. That would be a thrill too, wouldn't it? Chev likes the octopus movie. Guess I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yep.
Oh,
I've been hearing.
hello.
Let's see my buddy Mark is
Alex
snuck
is
in.
saying purple. Purple is never stable. Alex is saying, not yet. At least. So you gotta get the genetics up. What?
My buddy Mark Cornett says Fisher's driftwood. Excuse me. Fisher's driftwood catfish internal fertilization.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Come in there, Mark.
Here we go. We got you. Mark Herr, Fisher's driftwood catfish. Internal fertilization. Pretty good, Mark. Good job, Mark. Fisher's driftwood catfish. All right, we got to look this one up. Fisher's driftwood catfish. ER''S, driftwood catfish. Somebody just clicked on. Let's see who. No. All right, so I got to get it up now. I got it. Let's get it. Right there. And over to get a little bigger. I guess I need to clean it up, don't I? Let's try images. It's a very cool looking fish. And we're saying they internally fertilize. Pretty cool looking fish. Psychedelic Hippocampus wine bottles that father fish. Now, to what does that refer exactly? Blake. Yeah, we seem to all be well here. Being a little wacky, you might get on Alex a little bit, Blake. He's trying to sidewind us here. Bottles of wine, the drunkards. Blake's Aquatics says he's doing great. Alex, the court cat is specifically Australian and New Zealand thing, I believe. Ta. The court cat. And Lee says, high five to Psych. Oh dear.
Let's see. And I think Psychedelic is going. Have a good day, Psychedelic.
Over and out. Bye-bye, Psychedelic. Have a great day. Enjoy your day at work. Thank you for watching. 20 likes. Need to pound that like button.
Yes.
A little behind here. Yeah, I need to get over and do it too. Let me get over there. Likes. Need to pound that like button.
Yes.
A little behind here. I need to get over and turn the volume up too. That would help.
GRB says he has a trio of the catfish.
Is that must be I've seen something like that. Looks called the wood catfish. Must be the same thing. They're small, the ones I've seen. They don't get real big. It's really a neat little fish. Matthias says I shall hit the like. Lovely. Nice to see you, Matthias. GRB. Hello, GRB. Greg Roderick.
Fisher's drip.
Let's see.
Looks like still
Chev is leaving as well. Take care, Chev. Nice day to you. What else? GRB has a trio. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I've had once in a while I get one in, but I've never tried to keep them. I usually sell them pretty quick. I'll have to pay attention and try to get some.
We never did figure out the catfish that got you that one day, did we?
Never did. Never did.
You still have it?
No, I was looking for it the other day and couldn't find it. Thomas was rooting around in the tank, and he found a ripsaw cat, which I forgot I had. It was about 6 inches. They get big, real big. But I bought this one for a friend, oh golly, a year ago. He said he wanted a ripsaw. It was the only one I could get. And before I could get it to him, he died. So it sat in the tank until just one day last week. We still have it. I think it's in the Angel tank now. Yeah, but it's still small. It's kind of been slow growing. A lot of that stuff doesn't get fed. Here's Blake coming to join us. Hi there.
Oh,
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey,
good evening.
Yeah, that's right. It is pretty late, but I was sitting here at the computer anyway, so I thought I'd jump on for a little bit.
Up there, yeah. Down there. Down there.
Not quite, but 10:30. So, yeah, I could be coaxed out of my den for the evening.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Right. Holly's talking about a banjo cat. They're cute and they stay really small. So did you see Alex's question, Blake?
I did. Very puzzling.
It is indeed, isn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain, but nothing really comes to mind.
I know, me too. I'm glad to hear it isn't just me.
I'm sure there's some sort of, Tibetan walking fish or something that
Right,
does.
exactly. Well, you kind of have to think that way, don't you? You have to think, now, what is it? Oh, here we go. I got one. It's a little different, but it works. It's a seahorse.
Yep.
It's a little different, but the female deposits eggs in the unfertilized eggs in the male pouch, who then fertilizes them and keeps them in the pouch until they're ready to hatch. Now, it's not quite the same. But it is a form of intro fertilization.
Yeah, the female in this context just lays the eggs in the male.
Right. So there, Alex.
GRB gave some about his, excuse me, I'm sorry. He said these grow up to 8-inch. The fish are quite bolsterous. They are larger than other woodcats. The male uses his enlarged dorsal fin to inseminate the female. Quite a frightening sight, he says.
Where are you?
It's about 4 or 5 right up above the bottom. It's close to the bottom. It's right above Romans and Lee's. Cassie B.
Oh, that's interesting. Ollie Shawn is here. Said the Fisherwood Cat won Best of Show at the Keystone Clash Fish Show in Pennsylvania in 2019. Is it above that?
Let's see here. It's it's below it. Two or three. Let's see.
I need to go over to
Alishan, then it's Lee Wilcox, me, Holly, GRB. There he is. He's right below Holly Gibbs. About 4 down.
Cassie B she sent me a clip yesterday of a worm.
Yeah, it's 2 above Cassie Lee's. Or Casey B's. Cassie Lee.
B. Roman's GRB, 8-inch boisterous, larger than woodcats. The male uses his enlarged dorsal fin. What? Dorsal fin? I don't even believe that.
This is Stump Father Fish Day.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here silent.
Come on.
I can't help with any enlarged dorsal fin news, but I can help Roman. It is possible to add another angelfish to an aquarium. I would suggest add more than one, and that way it won't get bullied.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, angelfish do better. I didn't see the original. Angelfish do better in colonies.
Yeah. 1 or 3, never 2.
1 or 3, yeah, very good. Or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cassie B sent me a short video clip. I don't know where you sent it. Where did you send it? I have a problem with my email these days. Let me see if that's where it is. I can look, I think. Did somebody come in? McAfee, Brink, here it is. All right, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Let's try it.
Let's see. I got snacks at a Zamora woodcat.
Oh, this is complicated. I have to download it to get it. I don't know. This may not work.
Then Mark Arnett just said, male wraps around a female like a donut around her. Mine had 200 fry driftwood catfish.
Okay. If you guys say so. I want to know how the sperm get. I want to know how the sperm get to the dorsal fin. That's a strange physiology, seems to me.
And your buddy Fin Nipper just came in. Let's see. And
Oh,
Langdon.
Jay Puddle, what's he got to say for himself? I've noticed
I got
planets
snacks.
tending to stay with their own color form. Do you think angels would do the same? Would you need 3 or more of the same color morph? That's kind of interesting. You know, every once in a while I'll see the same thing. If I have a large colony of angels, for example, very often the two that look the most similar will pair off. Obviously, they can tell.
I do have anecdotal evidence that says to the contrary, though, because this platinum fella right there, I got 3 platinums and 3 marbles, and there was 2 pairs formed. Each had a platinum and a marble. The exact
really?
opposite thing to what I wanted.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So there, you have cantankerous angels there.
Yeah, they just like to, not toe the line, not go the status
we
quo.
can use another word, but we won't. I got snacks. Bred by German hobbyists, details, in English at least, are presently unavailable. Egg fertilization, and I lost it, is internal, and the eggs can be laid by the female in isolation from the male. So we're getting somewhere. Now, what is he referring to? That's I got snacks 13.
Let's see. I got snacks. I think we're still talking about the wood catfish.
He's referring to Morning Mary, I guess.
I think he's talking about the same catfish we've been talking about.
The Zamora woodcat, he's saying. I gotta get to these woodcats. This is interesting.
Yep. I love catfish. I really do. My favorite fish I ever had was a channel cat, and it got too big. I had to let it go.
You get big, don't they? Yeah. We get little babies in. Fairly commonly, they'll come in with feeder guppies or the like.
Yep. That's where I got mine, at the bait shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Alex would like to know if he can come up here too.
Please do, Alex. Let me get. It's about time he came up here and justified himself. Let's see if I can get rid of this. There he is. There he is. There they are. Hi there.
Hey, Alex, how you going?
Hey, Blake. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Alex.
It was just a real question I had while I was watching my rice fish, because I separated them and they had eggs for 3 days after I separated the males.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, I didn't do a very good job separating them, and then realized, no, I did. It just took a couple days.
Huh.
So
Pretty interesting.
it made me wonder, because they also hold their eggs on the outside, which is another really odd behavior.
On like clam pins, they hold them on.
Yeah.
They're ventral fins.
Yeah,
Make a
definitely.
little basket.
Yep.
Neat.
And
I mean, although not the same as the Japanese rice fish, Daisy's rice fish also do the same, but they're still a rice
correct.
fish, so I didn't think that was a good enough loophole.
And then the woodcats, I didn't realize they did that, but I know all sharks and stingrays can do that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I was trying to think of any other, like, it seems weird.
Carry on, guys. I'll be right back.
It seems weird that there's only the like one group of fish that do that. It seems like something else would have evolved similarly.
Yeah, I wonder if
There's got to be.
There has to be some sort of vague fish somewhere that does it.
Like, I don't know what Pseudomygills do for sure, but I wonder if there's any of them that are kind of similar.
Yeah, they just spawning mop breeders, as far as I'm aware.
That's how I've always done it too with them. So, but I guess I've never watched the males like specifically. So I don't know for sure, I guess, but I assume that spawning like a normal. Hey, it's just us now.
Yeah, there you go. We've scared everyone off.
I love that tank behind you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's actually not that big. It's yeah, it seems, I guess, like it's pretty big, but
Well,
it's just
yeah.
75.
Oh, that's big. That's big. I can only have like 40 gallons in my house because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
on the 3rd floor. Don't want to like
Yeah.
fall through to the next floor or spill 100 gallons.
No, that's a fair concern. Definitely be worried about that.
So, have you owned any wood cats, Blake?
No, I'm actually not much of a catfish guy, to be honest. If I was
Yeah.
going to put something in the bottom of an aquarium, it'd most likely be like a gudgeon or
Oh yeah.
a dwarf cichlid. So I don't really get too into the catfish.
One of my favorites is the RoboCop. That's its Latin name. It's an orange autosynclus catfish, basically.
Oh, cool. Yeah, orange ottos. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I have a couple of autos around here, but I just never really see them. So they're mainly
Yeah.
functional here.
Yeah. They're like those those Rumba vacuums or whatever they're called that just kind of like go around and do their thing.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, 100%. Also, Mary, see, it sounds like the babies are screaming. So enjoy
Oh
that,
boy.
Mary. I hear that you've got a bit of a chat coming up with a friend of mine, Josh from Acclimate.
Yeah, this coming Friday we're gonna do a chat. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's a good bloke, so I don't know if you're that familiar with him, but yeah, it should be a good one.
I've watched a couple of the episodes before, and on his channel, but probably like 7 or 8 videos. So I'd say I'm familiar, but I don't know him well or anything, so it'll kind of be interesting.
So we actually live about an hour's drive from each other. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's pretty good. So he's been over here, and I've been up there. So yeah, he's a good guy. So yeah.
I saw that you were also on Laz's little what do you call it, top
Channel?
10 tank list thing too, like people. That was kind of fun.
So Laz, that's a funny story. So his family have a holiday house, and he messages me one day. I said, "Oh, look, if you want fish and plants and stuff, just come over and you can get them." He's like, "Oh, I don't think we'll be close, and I can't really get transport there." I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "The suburb." And I said, "I'm in that suburb." And I said, "Specifically, what part of that suburb?" And he said, "The street." I said, "It's literally a walking distance to my house. I mean, you don't even need a car." So,
Oh, nice.
very small world.
Yeah.
Blake, move your head.
Oh,
You can't.
I am frozen.
He's frozen.
I'm trying to figure out this port situation.
Yeah.
One of them is
twice. Okay. We'll let him work it out. It's on his side.
I feel so liberated being able to do this.
Be able to, oh, I'll bet. No pain. Oh, nice. Ah.
I've got dogs fighting in the background, babies screaming. When I get home, I'll set it up and have my aquariums behind me.
Yeah, Blake is still frozen.
Yeah, I can hear and see you, but
yeah, we can hear him, and his background is not frozen.
Just
weird.
Yeah, it's this
really
cam link
still.
that I've got the camera set up.
That's very interesting, though, that his green screen is not
Yeah.
frozen.
Right.
Yeah,
Just that camera.
It's basically the bandwidth of the USB port that I'm using, but
Oh, really?
I just need to refresh it.
I thought he was being a mom.
Paul Steve said you're a ventriloquist or somebody is.
Yeah, that too. I'm pretty good at that.
Right.
At least I'm not frozen with some sort of weird expression. That's handy.
Yeah, but that was true. Too true. Langan and animals.
Yeah, I saw.
Alex, I ran across a couple of channels last night, and I
He's
can't
gone.
remember the names of either, but they're both about 5 years old, um, with very limited numbers of subscribers, and in one case, very limited videos, but absolutely incredible facilities. One of them is a a place like Ohio Rescue. It's a big rescue operation, a big one, and they had the video I watched was of very large tigrinas. They had tigrinas 1.5 to 2 feet long, 8 of them,
Wow.
big ones, in about a 4,000 gallon tank.
Holy cow.
And it was on my other computer. I don't think I can get, but I did subscribe and post to try to pick it up. Are you back, Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he
alive.
is. Good. Just wondering if you guys have run across anything like that. There were 2 of them. He had linked another one that was kind of the same thing. They both came on in about 2015, 2016. Very few subscribers. Absolutely incredible facilities, like $1 million facilities.
Yeah, I know that there's a place that they changed their channel name. Predatory Fins used to have a different channel, and they're in Florida somewhere. I think maybe
They're in
Jacksonville.
Miami. They're in the Miami
Oh,
area.
Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've got some pretty amazing facilities size-wise and everything there.
Yeah, this is not the same. This was sounded like a Czech guy, or maybe
Oh.
Russian.
Huh.
But I got the feeling they were in Florida. He spoke pretty good English. I'm going to have to
Interesting.
dig it out. I'll have to check my computer when I get home and look back in the history. Yeah, it just kind of blew my mind because really incredible facility and very little. One of them had posted hundreds of videos, but with very little play. 30, 40 views per video.
Yeah, it's weird when that happens. Like one of my favorite experts on corridoras, he has quite a few videos, but same thing. I think he's got like 100 subscribers, and he's been on there for like 7 years.
Yeah.
But he's literally a professor at, I think it's USC Riverside, and he studies corridoras. So.
Yeah, I guess it's not always the expertise that gets that recognition. Sometimes it's about how you market yourself, and that's why we can have some channels huge and not necessarily the best for the hobby, and another one
well,
great for the hobby.
I
And
think
pretty
some of the biggest channels are not the best for the hobby, honestly. Like they may be entertaining or whatnot, but like Catch 'em All Fishing and stuff does some pretty crazy stuff with
I wasn't going to mention Kill 'em All Fishing, but
yeah.
There
Then
are
there's that one that's got 2
There are
blue
lots
ones.
of them.
There's another kid that's probably 17 or so that just like his channel started maybe 2 years ago, but he put like he had like a, what was it, arapaima, and he had a pacu, and he had like just giant fish that he had in like 125 gallon that he put in there, and they couldn't even turn around. But his channel blew up to like 50,000 within a month of it starting. So I was like, wow. And he's just terrible advice.
there's another channel that I thought was pretty funny. They got the license to keep an arapaima. They got 2 small ones, and they put it in with a red tail cat, and like instantly the red tail just ate one.
Oh, I
like,
bet.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, there goes your money. I saw one of the coolest fish I've seen in a while was an albino, or actually it was a platinum. So it was platinum, red tail cat mixed with a giraffe cat. Looked pretty cool.
Huh. Huh.
That Florida Aquaculture Lab actually had that, and they had some leucistic and some platinum gars too that were really pretty.
Mary, that's another good one.
Them. I saw the biggest pacu I've ever seen on their farm. It was a 50-pound pacu.
Oh wow!
4 feet long. And that was years ago.
Yeah, they're doing a bunch with.
I said,
Yeah.
well, that was awful.
I've had the displeasure of finding them in my feed once or twice.
Yes.
Apparently, Langan does not have any truck with catch 'em all. He's saying they're totally evil.
That was one of the first videos I saw when I came on YouTube, and he was buying all the bettas. And I was like, what in the world? This was before I even knew you could keep bettas in a sorority, so I like to have a heart attack.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The channel.
it was something like buying all the bettas at Petco, and then he just chucked them all in a pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started out as a literal fishing channel, you know,
Right.
like
Okay.
catching wild fish, like invasives.
And he used to have a gulper catfish, and then he'd do all these videos on feeding XYZ to gulper catfish.
Yeah. And he just had it in like a pond behind his house, like all these giant catfish in one, and like peacock bass.
I have seen that. Okay, he's in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But he's got like 1 million subscribers or something.
I know. Well, I think a lot of it is there are a lot of kids on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it appeals to children.
And he might not excel at fish keeping knowledge necessarily, but what he does excel at is good thumbnails, good titles, things that draw people's eyes.
Oh yeah.
That's part of it.
He's like the Jake Paul of the fish tube.
Amazing stuff, isn't it? I know.
Hey, Metroman came in.
He does keep releasing invasive species. The other one he did that like everyone got on him about out of everything, which surprised me, was he put goldfish through like medical tubing, like, and made them do loop-de-loos, like sent them down a luge basically. And everyone got really upset about it. And I was like, that's what everyone's upset about? Not like putting a red-tailed catfish in like, the river down the street. But whatever.
The best one I saw was the two boys that Blake saw. I mentioned they showed that they caught tilapia out of their toilet. Like they took a fishing pole and they told like the wives' tale that if you fished in the toilet, you flushed the bait down, and of course it reached the sewage pond, and then they pulled a fish out of the toilet. I was like, oh my gosh. Then they had fish vending machine the other day.
Have any of you ever come across those like fishing in a hole videos where it's like a muddy hole, in a Southeast Asian country, and they like put an egg in and some toothpaste
or Coca-Cola? Yeah.
And then
I saw it
on the other side of the hole, off camera, is just another person passing a fish.
Yeah, there's a whole like video about those videos being fake. Like somebody did like a 20-minute special on like how would this actually work, the science of it. But I guess there is some technique that is used, whether it's, I don't know whether it actually has any, like they didn't come to any conclusion whether it was useful or not, or just kind of a wise tale that people believed in. But they said that the Diet Coke and Mentos, or anything that produces a bunch of carbonation, will agitate catfish and get them out of their hole. So I don't know if that, who knows if that's true, but they believe that in some places, I guess.
Yeah, but some of
It's
them
kind
are
of like
just crazy.
noodling.
Like they won't even try, and they'll put like a chicken through there or something. Well,
Yeah.
Chicken. I see.
Have you ever gone noodling, Lee or Lou?
Um, not as such. I mean, I've caught a lot of stuff in holes with my
Some-
hand,
Yeah.
crabs and whatnot, but I've never gone on the river to try to catch big catfish, and I've never been to areas where you could do that.
Nah.
But I kind of grew up catching crabs that way on the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh wow.
I would reach into a deep plant bed where there was the potential of movement, and then feel the crab to see if it was soft and or hard, see if it had shed, and if it was soft, I'd pick it up. I was doing that as a little kid. The hard ones I'd leave alone or try
That
to
sounds
get them.
painful.
Well, you got to be careful or you get bit.
Yeah.
But the trick is to feel it very gently, and then try to, if it's a hard crab, grab it by the back fin, by the back swimmerette, and hold on tight and pull it out. But soft crab, when crabs shed, they very often will go into a very dense plant mass in order to hide themselves. So as a kid, I would go in there with my can looking for them, and I'd pull them out.
Cassie,
Think.
Cassie B had a question. Wait a minute. I think I went too far.
37.
92.
Where did it go? I lost it.
I bought
Uh,
some flicks for
Here
my.
it is.
is it
Is that
safe?
safe to put a little directly on his eye? Sulfaplex. Oh dear. I don't know anything about sulfaplex. You guys know anything about sulfaplex? She wants to put it on the betta's eye.
Is that just a sulfa antibiotic?
Apparently
Oh,
so.
like a trisulfur thing.
Yeah, I don't know the brand, but I mean I know about sulfate antibiotics, sulfide.
You got to get triple sulfates all the time.
They're gram positive, right?
Well, if it's a triple, it's both.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know about putting it directly on them because bettas being labyrinth fish, their slime coat's a little different, and they're external. Their body's designed to be able to be in the air for a little while. So I don't know how that would work topically, as if it would work as well as on some other fish, because some fish actually absorb, like just the way freshwater fish don't drink water literally, they absorb it through osmosis through their gills, because they just like we have salty tears, they have salty blood and systems, and so they absorb it. So when you put it in the water, it antibiotics absorb right through them, whereas in saltwater fish it doesn't absorb through their skin automatically like that, or through their gills automatically, like quite the same. I was amazed to learn that freshwater fish don't drink water. It blew my mind.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day, and my immediate response was, yes, they do, because I do remember reading that years ago, but that's not necessarily valid information either. I thought it was
I always thought they just absorbed it through their skin. Isn't that the case?
Yeah, they absorb it through their skin and their gills, but some like Corydoras will gulp it too. So I mean, there's a few that will gulp it, but saltwater then has to either have an organ that gets rid of the salt, or they have to eat it from the fish they're eating.
Well, I knew that saltwater fish do not drink salt water.
This light, it's so dark
Yeah,
in
because the
Washington.
salt would dehydrate them more than drinking
Right,
it,
right.
presumably.
Let's see.
Cassie B, if it's anything like trisulfur, which we have different medications, but I'd just dissolve it in the water as recommended. I wouldn't
Yeah,
put it
I
in food
always
or
use
anything.
sulfa that way. I don't ever use sulfa topically. I think it's too strong. I do use it in water though, and I do a lot of topical treatment. But sulfa is something I don't treat topically.
Yeah, I don't use it a heap, but I just use it sometimes if I have a heavily planted tank and I get some ick or something, and I don't want to stain the whole aquarium. That's pretty much the only reason I use it.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I've gotten to the point where I don't like using ICX at all, so I'll just turn it up to 84
yeah,
and just
exactly.
say, too bad if there's any delicate fish.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
you catch it early enough, you're okay. It's only if you don't realize what it is for
well, that's right.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
and most people don't realize, but it's actually in pretty much all aquariums at any given time in very, very teeny amounts, which is the case with a lot of algae and a lot of harmful bacteria, but it's just about keeping it in check with all the other little organisms.
Mm.
Fennifer Jake Puddle is saying he has sulfoplex. He doesn't know about ice, but it killed his beneficial bacteria. So he's suggesting Marison 1.
Yeah, you could take it out and put it in a bucket or a hospital tank too and treat it
Yeah, right. Oh, he's saying
alone.
Marison 1 will also kill beneficial bacteria.
I've had mixed results with that depending on, like most of the time, like a big sponge filter or a big hang off the back. I've never had it kill it off enough to like crash the tank personally, but I've definitely seen it happen to other people a lot of times, so I know it happens. It's just, but I haven't had that experience. But maybe other people are dosing harder than I do too. I don't know.
Well, it's been fun hanging out, but someone like me needs as much beauty sleep as they can get, so I better head on.
Thanks
Come
for
on.
coming, Blake.
Thank you, Blake.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
thanks.
I might see you in the morning.
I've been looking to get you guys together, so that was fun.
Yeah,
worries.
Yes.
that's why I came up.
Always.
I heard the call.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're
Thank you.
busy in.
Take a break. We're going to
Don't know
take a
if you're
break.
busy in 10 hours or so. I don't know if you're busy, but I'll be on the
I should be
internet.
up. All right.
Be good to
Right.
see you. See you guys.
Guys, let me get a
Blake,
little,
have a good one.
I'm going to get some tunes up here, and we're gonna
All right.
take a bit of a break.
Intermission.
Intermission. I'm going to run to the little girl's room. Oh, and hello, Chubbs.
Find the
Chubbs
music
came
here.
in. And somebody else came in. Oh, Minaj. Minaj and Chubbs have come in. Danikin. I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. And, well, I said Petroman a minute ago.
Let's see. I don't have the volume on. There we go.
Thanks, Alex. Dr. Black just came in, and he said he came in and Blake split.
Oh, golly. That's a shame. Here we go.
Found my way.
Dr. Black, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yep, I'll be right back.
He comes on in the morning every day. Add some soil, cap it with sand, then add plants. He will help you do it the right sideways. Add some fish, then walk away. Feed them high quality food. Thy food is best. Keep it dirty, keep it all natural. I found my way back to Father Fish. Bye, y'all.
When I find myself in times of taking trouble, Father Fish, he comforts me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my time of darkness, he is streaming right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, at times sand and let it be. Father's words of wisdom, let it be. When all the broken-hearted fishes living in the tank agree, there is an answer, let it be. For though it may be cloudy, there is still a chance that they can see. There is an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. At times stand and let it be. There is an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. At times stand and let it be. Father's words of wisdom, let it be.
Very nice. Thank you, Roxanne and Cassie V, for your delightful songs. Who's your buddy?
Lord, it's a different critter every minute. This is Poncho, my brindle chihuahua.
A brindle chihuahua.
He's a rescue. He's a pretty good little feller. They all want to be in my life. Chevy's come in. Chevy Fish, I mean.
Hi, Chevy Fish. Dr. Black, mere moments ago. We need to do a link. Let's see if he wants to come up. Aquarium Cop is here. Hello, Aquarium Cop.
We noticed that you took off yesterday about 12 o'clock, Aquarium Cop, and we missed you.
Yeah,
I said
right.
you were probably watching TV. And there's Flo's Aquatics. I don't want you to.
Yeah, Ro was up yesterday. That's good. So she's kind of getting things back together, I think.
Yeah, she had a stream, and I was glad to see her.
What is this? The secret history. Is the kids only setting so that revenue is higher? Or is it an actual kids-focused channel? I don't know what he's referring to.
He was talking to Minaj. He said, Aquarium Cop said, your channel is set to kids only, so he couldn't comment on his videos.
Oh. So he probably didn't know.
Right. And Al Wet Socks, hello.
Ali Sean talking about saltwater fish not drinking water. And Mary Page, have I missed anything?
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Oh, Dr. Black left you a message there.
I may have
right
missed
above you.
in here the other day. No, it was fine. It was fine, Dr. Black. Not a problem. Peppy, where's Peppy? Mary Page, Wet Socks is here. Late to the party. Good morning. Minaj. What in the world? That's all too technical for me. Here we are. There he is. There he is. Good morning.
G'day. How are you?
Dr.
Great.
Black.
Nice to see you.
What
Good
the
to
bloody
see-
hell's going on?
Yeah, you just missed the party. We had Blake and Alex up here, the pair of them. All we needed was you to have the three musketeers.
Well, I reckon the only reason Blake left is he knew I was coming.
Well, maybe he begged off exhaustion.
Yeah, well, he's got potentially his biggest show of the week on in merely a sleep's worth of hours. Blake will be live on the internet doing his most anticipated show of the week.
Is that right?
So well, it's a fantastic show if you wake up early enough.
Yeah. You got to get it. Well, here you got to get up early.
You're very early for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Same with Alex. Alex is on my time, 5 in the morning, and Blake is like 6. He's 12 hours ahead. 11. What is it? I don't know.
What time is it?
9 o'clock. 9
think-
here is 10 there. 13 hours difference.
Yeah, it's 13. That will change on October the 4th, I believe. Most of Australia, the states of Australia that celebrate daylight savings time will be moving to daylight savings.
So October, it's November here, I think.
Yeah, well, I find that any country, state, nation, or people that celebrate the use of daylight savings can eat a large. Oh, hang on, I can't say that on this channel. Can jolly go and take a long walk off a short pier. Let's say that.
Right. Yeah, it's
I don't like it.
Yeah, we no longer light our homes with candles, so it's kind of meaningless. It is
And
lost
it's like,
its intent.
yeah, you like, the planet changes the time enough on its own.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to contribute by moving the hands of our old grandfather clocks around a little notch.
Really, fish.
Flows Aquatics had a question, Father Fish. Do you have any experience with keeping 3-striped mud turtles?
Oh, I do. I keep all the mud turtles, actually. I've got some here. I should go get some and show them off. Yeah, I've got a lot of mud turtles. Everything from babies on up. I don't have any babies right now. I do have, I think I've got some 3 lines. Tell you what, I'll go grab one and we'll bring it back and look at it. Be right back.
Hey, Dr. Black, I just saw, well, first of all, Blake just made the comment, has anybody ever seen you two in the same room at the same time?
Well, yeah, there's a thing.
Let's see. Oh, good night. Let's see. Or I'm sorry. What was it? Somebody just said something about you having a new pleco.
Me? No. The pleco, I put a video up just before. I've got a new pleco video. But
Okay.
it's my pleco I've had for quite a while now. I was having a conversation earlier today on in the chat of Aquamate's live stream earlier today with T-Bone, who I believe is also in the chat here, about Gibbiceps plecos, and So he inspired me. He inspired me to put a little video of my gibbo up on the YouTubes there for everyone to enjoy.
What kind is it?
It's a Gibbiceps, a Pteroglypithecus Gibbiceps, if you want to be precise. Excuse me. Moving away from the microphone doesn't help when the microphone's right below your chin, is it? Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Let me show you
Sailfin
these
plecostomus.
guys. These are mud turtles. One is a 3-line.
Oh,
See
I
the
love
line?
them.
And the other is not. This is native Florida, I think, and this is from further north.
Oh, I love them. That's my favorite turtles.
Yeah, they're
just-
really these are roughly full grown. They don't
Yeah.
get a whole lot bigger.
I know.
They are nasty little buggers. They'll bite. But
Are they terrestrial?
no, they're aquatic.
That's what MD has in his tank, isn't it? MD Fish Tanks is one Timmy the little turtle. Isn't it a baby mud turtle or musk turtle?
No, I haven't seen. These are they're pretty aggressive little guys. They'll go after fish. You can see the bottom is different on each of them. One
Do
is
they go after fingers?
They do. They have
Prove it.
They do. Yeah. Look at that. Where'd he go?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Point in proof, sir.
Snapping turtles.
Very good.
So yes,
Okay,
we have musk turtles, and they're flipping themselves over and running away and messing up my keyboard.
Now, is it just me, or are they an interesting design for an aquatic turtle? They seem to have quite a domed carapace, shall we say?
It is high, yeah. They are indeed. This guy is ready to run.
Oh, but you also said that's about maximum size, yeah?
They don't get a whole lot bigger.
Yeah,
A little
right.
bigger,
Well,
not much. Yeah, they stay very small, and they'll live 40 years. They live a long time.
no.
So it's kind of interesting. Something that lives that long stays that small. Cute little turtles. Very different species.
I'm going to need you to send me those.
Aren't they neat? I love them.
Yeah.
They would. Yeah, I don't know if I can ship. I think I can. I think I can ship these. Look at him. Look at him. Got his mouth open.
Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them.
Betsy's come to get him.
Yes.
She's rescuing.
I had a little one named Digger when I was little, and it was like this big. It was so tiny. It was that big around. It was the teeniest little turtle I'd ever seen.
With that level of ferocity, you could wear them as earrings.
Yeah, like the geckos or whatever it is.
Funny.
As long as they don't let go.
They'll hold on too. So. Funny.
Let's see.
Well, if you ship me a couple of them down here, I'm willing to try that for camera.
You think we could get them past customs?
It might take a year and a half, but eventually they might get through.
Well,
Yeah.
They'll survive in a polystyrene taped up box for that long, won't they?
really. Science got whether they probably could, in truth. It's the
They're
longest
pretty
they got.
efficient.
Yeah. They could live without eating.
And they can breathe through their inner sections of their nethers and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, like that. Science gal. Hi, science gal. Steve, hello, Steve.
I'm sorry if I'm like ignoring the chat or saying stuff that's happening in the chat, but I can't see the chat at the same time.
You're okay. I was looking.
Yeah, go ahead and read it out to him, Mary.
Oh, it's just people chatting. I mean, nothing really.
Yeah, it's
Chat.
only if it's like relevant stuff that I'm going to care
Yeah.
about. Goodness.
Oh, well, Well, that may be a short list.
And well, it narrows it down at least.
Narrows it down, right, to the
Yeah,
width of the hair. Lee said he took a long walk along Southern Pier here in England. It's the world's longest pier with a train on it. When I got to the end, I had no energy to jump off. So they airlifted it to the mainland.
I wonder, is that where that saying comes from? Because I think it's reportedly that pier that he's talking about, or she, sorry, not assigning pronouns or anything. I think, isn't that like one of the longest recorded ones on our planet?
Yeah, it says it's the world's longest pier.
Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar. It might be where that
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on. The saying's a long walk off a short pier, isn't it?
Long walk off a short pier as opposed to
And a short walk off a long pier isn't going to. It's not going to net you the same result, is it?
It won't get you there.
Yeah.
Won't get you to the end of it. I've set up my aquarium just 2 days back. Monage, so there's no mulm. The two colored shades have to do with light. So, okay. Cassie B. They're talking about mulm. My favorite subject, mulm.
What a good subject it is.
I love mulm.
Oh, Aqua Funk just came in. The funky
Okay.
one.
Aqua Funk.
Oh, Aqua Funk. Oh, we need to get him up here. Now that'll give us a pair, won't it? We got Aqua Funk and
Aqua
Dr.
Funk and Dr. Black. That
Come
could be
on.
pretty.
You need
I
to
don't
come
know
up
if
here. Thank you.
I don't know if Aquafunk's willing to perform on the same stage as me.
Well, now we'll find out, won't we? We just sent an invitation.
You were great, Dr. Black.
Well, no, I just know that he steals all of his good jokes from me.
Come on up here and defend yourself, Aqua Funk.
That's kind of what I was playing at, you know.
Is there?
He does completely different jokes to me. Doesn't steal mine. Mine are so much better.
I got the link. Yeah, I've got the link. Give me a minute,
sorry.
Blackie. It's on, he says.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Buwan Shetland, good morning. Set of a dirted tank yesterday. Algae already visible on the Amazon sword. Ha ha ha. Well, cut your light back a little bit, Buwan.
That's one I can't spell.
Paulus and Fluvius, Frank. Oh, this is Frank. Hi, Father Fish and friends. Before I head north, would you like me to head south and catch nitrates and Jordanella? Yes, we need nitrates, and we can always use the Jordanella since we're low. So that would be great. Thank you, Frank. Frank's going to be collecting this morning.
All right.
I've got
What's,
a really big trip planned for Wednesday. I need to make some arrangements, but we're going to visit. We're going to visit a couple of places. We're going to visit the Florida Co-op, which is a store for fish farmers. We're going to visit Southeast Reptiles, which is one of the oldest reptile suppliers in the country. And we're going to visit King Nets, which is a massive warehouse of fish nets.
What are you going to do for the rest of the day?
Well, that'll be the day. There he is. There. Good to see you, Aqua.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
The Father Fish Variety Show.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we got them on today, don't we? Alex and Blake, and now Aqua and Black.
Awesome.
How are you, Funk? What's been going on, brother?
I'm good. Man, I've just been trying to get well. I've been sick for the last 2 weeks or so. I thought I had the
No,
Rona.
2 weeks. 2 weeks? You've been sick for longer than that, and you know it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
talking
been
about
at least 5 years.
Yeah, but that's never been clinically proven. So I'm
Well.
going with the Rona one. Hey, Father Fish,
Yes.
you coming up here? You know I live like 10 minutes away from the co-op.
No, I don't.
Ooh.
And I don't even know how to get there. So yeah, let's
Oh.
get together Wednesday.
Well, it's
you working Wednesday?
Wednesday night. Wednesday, yeah. What time you plan on going to the co-op?
Probably in the morning.
I'll be at work. It's no longer in Waimama anymore, though. It's up over here in Riverview.
I know. I just need to find it. What time do you get off work? What time you get home?
4:30.
I'll be late. We'll be back by then. I'm
Yeah.
going to do the co-op. Then I'm going to go over to Southeast Reptiles. And then I want to hit King Nets. That's the big net place out Martin Luther King near the airport. You ever been?
No, I've passed it. But if you're going to the co-op, you're gonna have the I don't know if you know Jerry.
I do.
Awesome guy, a little quiet, but he's an awesome dude. I went to his house one time when he was breeding angels. He has a nice little setup.
Yeah,
huh?
Great fish. It's really great fish.
Yeah. Right now he's breeding Severums.
Oh yeah, he was working on the albino pearl scale tail angel a year or two back.
Yeah, now it's Severums.
Nice. Well, I can always use Severance. Maybe I'll give him a call and have him bring some in.
Where'd Mary Page go?
Oh, she took a break, I guess. She's got baby and pet problems over there.
Blackie scared her off.
Well, I mean, she hung around for like ages worth of me, and then you turn up, and all of a sudden she's gone. Clearly, she couldn't cope with the masculinity that you exude. You're a fine specimen, young man.
Notice how quickly he turned that. It was brilliant. Brilliant.
I should run for president.
You should.
Or something.
I was born in Nigeria. I can't run with that kind of passport.
It's okay. We'll mail in the votes. It'll be great.
I might be able to prove to people that I was born in Hawaii, though.
Yeah, that's been done.
Is that stuff like still topical over there or not? I don't know. We're a bit behind on our comedy.
It's kind of all over.
Unfortunately, yeah. Honestly, if I could like go into like some kind of hibernation for about 10 years, I'd be happy.
Now would be the time to do it, wouldn't it?
God knows. Scary times.
Yeah.
Scary times.
The worst thing would be if you go into a 10-year hibernation, but in 2 years' time, they develop that technology where you can upload your personality into a computer for 100 years' time. And then it's like, there's 8 years of my life I'll never get back, even though now I'm immortal and I'm on a computer.
You got way too much time on your hands, Blackie.
That's what's going on down here.
All this AI taking over. I was talking with a guy yesterday, stopped in, who has been working in AI for the military for the last couple of years. And of course, they all say the same thing, but he was saying it too, that the kind of stuff that's going on is really, really scary.
Yeah, they get wicked budgets for that nowadays.
Don't they? Amazing, yeah. Thunder Aquatics. What did he say? Any dirted tank with setup goes through an algae process. At the start, must have taken 2 to 3 months to find a balance. There it is. There they are. Lori Venker.
Lori's in the house. Hey, Lori.
Larry.
How are you, Laurie?
And Benoski's here.
Benoski. Have you guys ever seen any like incredibly good videos these last couple of days on Fish?
Yeah, I just put one up tonight, mate. Didn't you say it yet?
Yeah, mine will be up this afternoon, actually.
I actually don't get nobody's notifications. I'll get notifications for people that I'm not subscribed to all the time.
Right. I have to go look for everybody. Like I have to go look for the people. And that's what it takes me. And I feel bad because I miss so much.
Yeah, I have to type in people's name personally and be like, I haven't heard from them in a while. And then I'll type in their name and come to find out they put out 4 videos. So
too much.
I get everyone's notifications. I just don't watch nothing.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot, actually. By the time I'm finished here, I go home and go to bed. I've got time in my day. I film a 1.5 minute YouTube video. Like I've got time to sit down and watch other people's YouTube. Well, I think time grows on trees.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I do this 2 hours in the morning. That kind of wipes out the day.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I'd have to dig a big hole to find 2 hours.
Really?
I haven't even had time to do a video in the last 2.5 weeks. But I was sick, so.
Is that why I haven't been getting your notifications?
That's exactly why.
Must be.
Aqua Funk, the last video I watched was the one where you were sick. And you were just sitting there. And then you were like,
it's funky as octopus teacher.
Yeah, I was actually sitting in my room for like those 3 days, just sitting there, thinking to myself, "This is torture." Like I don't know how in the heck people do this. Like go through like serious and not like my aquarium that really helped me out a lot though. Like staring at it, but all I wanted to do was like rescape it or do this, but I just didn't have the energy to do any of that. So in one way, the aquarium being in my room helped me. On the other hand, it was very like depressing, because I couldn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, you had that little dinosaur thing. Yeah, it looked like it was eating your fish.
That's what I did the whole time. I was like pretending it was eating. I was like putting it on fish's faces and like.
Lee is saying, I've noticed that like 2-inch sand is disappearing into the soil. Should I add more sand? Why not? Add more sand, by all means.
Ding ding.
Another inch of sand will hurt a thing.
What happened?
That's the sand
What happened?
bell.
That's the sand bell.
The sand bell.
If you add sand, you say still.
You mentioned sand, the sand bell rings.
Now, is it sensible that at some stage you're going to have to like redo your soil because otherwise you're just going to end up with total sand in your tank? Yeah.
Well, the soil runs up through it and it becomes soil. The sand becomes soil, or it gets soily. Just
over time, it's okay.
Precipitates into it. We just lost Aqua Funk.
I think I used words that were too big for his comprehension, like sand.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. I think there he is. He's back.
The bill scared.
Obviously angry at that comment. So you better watch yourself there. this man, he can get it on in ways that frighten anybody 100 miles.
Oh yeah. Speaking of sand, and I was watching you, Father Fish, one of your videos, and you were saying, or somebody was saying about how if you have soil with sand on the top of it, it's actually bad to turn it up, like expose the soil.
Right.
Okay, well, I got a problem Well, it's not really a problem, but I don't know how to flip this around. Let me see. How do I flip this? I don't know. Let me see. Do I do that?
No.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know how to
much
flip
better.
this. But but
I could
like
figure out how to.
I have this 40 breeder right here.
Yeah.
I have a Mayan cichlid in it, and it has totally dug up everything in the tank. And I was worried about that because now the soil is exposed. Well, now it's all just churned up. It's just all mixed up.
Yeah.
There's no
Just made a mess
beginning
of
and
it,
end.
right.
And
Well, there's
I
so much you
was
can do.
worried that
Not much you can do about that. I've had that happen with Africans and some South Americans. I don't do dirted tanks for those kinds of fish.
Well, that was my first thing was going to be, who dirts a tank with cichlids in it?
Yeah,
That's
really.
pretty much a no-no, isn't it?
well, it wasn't intended on being a cichlid tank. It was intended on being a planted native tank. And then just things happened. Life happened to this tank, and it wasn't good.
You
It wasn't
tripped
good at
over
all.
and fell into a mine, didn't you?
Yeah, I put a. Well, first it was the crayfish dug up all the plants, and then I found me a little Mayan cichlid. Huh?
Yeah, crayfish eat plants. They love them.
Well, it was just digging them up and just letting it, like he was being destructive.
Right. And also,
And then he actually died and jumped out and like left the tank. So I got him here, you know.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. I love it. I love it.
Oh,
So
I would be jealous.
let's see. Thunder Quilts brought up, the point about like, did you wet your soil before you put the sand on it? Like if you put dry sand. Okay.
Well,
I did all that. It just the fish decided they wanted to dig holes and stuff like that. But like I said, it started out being something that it's not now. So
Yeah.
I was worried that it was gonna dig up some gases and stuff.
Well, no, that won't. The gases dissipate. It goes up and out of the water, so it's you're really not. A fish is not going to stir up deep subsoil and kill itself by doing it. What it'll do is make a mess, which is what you've experienced, a mess.
If you've got all that surface tension being disturbed, then most of those gases that they dig up out of the soil gets dissipated pretty rapid, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, instantly. That's a nice looking tank, Aqua Funk.
Mm-hmm.
Some green sailfin mollies.
I love those mollies.
Oh, they're wonderful. Did you catch them locally or did you buy them?
That one I caught locally.
Cool.
You know what? I'm not a big molly person, but these wild mollies have the most interesting blue iridescent and orange and yellow ornaments.
Yeah.
And tiger stripes. They have 3 tiger stripes across their belly. It's the coolest fish.
Yeah, they're really, really pretty.
We get the not where I am now, but where I used to live up in southeast Queensland. There was a creek there where obviously people had been releasing swordtails and platies and whatnot. And this creek, this is in Australia where I'm talking, this creek was infested with swordtails and platies. Huh. But most of the swordtails had reverted back to their indigenous pattern from South America with a little bit of blue, black stripe through, some shiny yellow stuff, and the occasional ones with some colour and stuff in it, and lots of platies with various colours. It's crazy when you can catch wild caught South American fish in Australia.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the wild stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I had heaps of those swordtails because I just totally dug their original pattern, not messed with by man fiddling about.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Lee's going to be moving soon. He's got a 50-gallon that he wants to move. You know, with a lot of help, you might be able to move it by taking all the water out. That dirt you've got in the bottom, 6 inches deep, is going to weigh a couple of 100 pounds.
Yeah, especially wet.
To do that, you're going to need 4 men to move that tank safely.
Or just one doctor. One Dr. Black will do it. One Dr. Black.
I was going to say that, but I'm so glad you went there first, because if I said it, I'd sound like some kind of prick.
I know, like you're all that. Well, I said it for you, but one Dr. Black could do it.
Thank you for taking that hit for me. And I would, but what I would need to be able to do it is 4 dudes that I can point at the tank and say, pick that up and move it over there. We'd get it done, though. We'd get it done.
Right. The other option is to remove about half of the substrate. Try to leave as much in as you can manage. You're going to have to take all the fish out, take all the plants out, take all the water out. Try to leave as much substrate as you can and still be able to move it. And then when you get it back in place, you can put that substrate back in, then cap the whole thing with another 2 inches of sand, fill it up and replant your plants. So it's going to be substantially disturbed, but if you can save the bulk of your substrate and then cap it, you'll be good to go. It'll get you pretty close to where you were when you moved it.
It's probably a pretty good opportunity to give some of that substrate a flush anyway. So whatever substrate you can get out of the tank and maybe give it a little bit of a light rinse before you put it back in. And then, like you say, cap it off with some sand with all the old stuff in there as well. Those plants will kick off straight away.
Oh, they will.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Hey, Lou, I got a question.
Yeah.
How fast do apple snails grow? Because this thing did not exist in my aquarium 6 months ago. And why it's in my house on the 3rd-story apartment, I have no clue.
He's had a lot of plants to eat.
6 months and it got this big from nothing?
He's been eating all your plants. It's been eating up all your plants.
And aren't they everywhere in Florida anyway? They're everywhere down there.
Yeah, they can get that big in 2 months.
He came up through your toilet, Funk.
That's what it
probably. Escargot gone wrong. I ate some escargot and it just.
You need to go keto. Less plants in your diet, so he's not tempted to come up your toilet pipes.
He could have come in with the molly. Did you bring any wild plants in?
Yeah.
That's
there you go.
A bunch of. I brought in a bunch of. Where is it? This stuff. I forget. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Water hyacinth.
Water hyacinth.
Funk just pulled it out and showed.
Yeah, you'll come in on that, all right.
Yeah. Surprised you don't have 19 more of them.
Yeah, really.
I got a lot. I got more, and some of this stuff. this stuff. That.
Yeah. The one that he showed us is the only one that didn't survive last night's dinner.
Yeah. Well, they are good to eat, I guess.
Oh, no doubt. That's a lot of flesh.
Look at this. He's got porch boxes. How nice. Oh, that's sweet. I love it.
Aqua Funk's the one that inspired me to do my tub, but it's in the house, but I did it just like his. With doing the lids, that was great.
Really nice.
Yes, they're really nice. So thank you, Funky One. That's the way I did mine. Mine has all my shrimp and my guppies in it.
Oh, let's see.
Capone. My dog, y'all can probably hear him drinking water. Good grief.
Is that what that is? I seriously thought you'd bought him tap shoes.
Aqua
I
Funk.
thought you were
What's that?
teaching him to tap
That's a
dance.
great plant, Aqua Funk.
It's a bull terrier. He's awful.
Who's saying Thunder Aquatic? Assassin snails will not eat those. You know what will? There's a worm. There's a worm that eats them. It etches into the shell until it gets to the quick and then goes straight in. It's like a little bug.
Huh.
Probably not the nicest way to go, too.
I dare say. Like having your brain eaten out.
Ooh.
Might be a little
Alan.
bit better than some of those snail chemicals, though. Or on par,
There is
maybe
that.
on par.
Yeah, I quite agree. Yeah, that's another item I do not carry in my shop. It's snail poison.
Oh, don't you sell clown loaches?
Or did I?
Clown loaches are pretty good snail poison.
Aqua Funk, you hit the mute. Click on the mute. You hit your mute, Aqua Funk.
I'm good now. I took it off.
We got you.
No, I couldn't put no parasitic thing in my tank. No things that burrow into other animals.
Amen.
Just because I wouldn't stick my hand in there. My biggest fear of having, like, you ever heard of people like putting maggots and stuff in their wounds? I'd cut my leg off if I had somebody put maggots in my leg. Hey, look at you! You doubled up, Father Fish.
What is that?
You have a clone.
It's your coffee cup.
Page's mug. She showed us.
That's brilliant.
Showed us the mug.
When you go on break, Father Fish, I could sit up here and do this, and then like somebody ask the question, I could just
sit there and talk about dirt for 6 minutes. You'll be right.
Right. And just put something video on, put some audio on, right? How we doing here?
Hey, I gotta go. I gotta feed my daughters, but I want to say hello to everybody and stay funky.
I got that coffee cup on a t-shirt, Funk.
Glad you came up, Aqua Funk. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to be doing t-shirts pretty quick here, aren't we, Mary?
Yes.
All right.
It's supposed to be sending me I don't know why they haven't sent me the thing back yet. But I was going to tell you, Fish Dreams and Alan Tooth came in. Trying to make sure. Hopefully I got everybody.
Jobs
I'm
is
trying
here.
to. Yeah.
Manaj Ali Shan. Ali Shan saying, what kind of snail do assassins not eat? It was suggested they do not eat apple snails. May just be too big for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also known as mystery snails to that person asking.
Also mystery. Yeah, well, the mystery's about the same size as the apple. Don't get quite as big.
I didn't know that.
I think Aqua muted himself there. Where are we? Ari Vinker.
Let's see.
FCB, Ali Sean Laurie.
You're talking about some.
Steve.
Oh, Chevy said that brain-eating amoeba that people get into when they swim in water. That's scary. I don't know. I see something about all the water, but it was too. I got lost on that one. No, I think you're called up.
Apparently, I can't. Yeah, either that or I'm so far behind.
No, there's no questions. There's no questions for you, but then of course you can always just see what the conversations are about.
Manish was asking about filtered water. If we didn't say that one,
water and filtered water. That was the only one I could.
Depends what your filter's filtering out, Manish.
Really, is filtered water good for aquarium? I tend not to recommend it. If the filter is simply taking chlorine or chloramines out, then it's a good thing, like a carbon filter. Actually, all of my water is carbon filtered, as it turns out, because I run it all through an RO system. And I've got carbon filtration at the end of that to get the chlorine out. I don't know that it actually works. But by the time it gets through that filter, there ain't a lot left in it. And it does sit for a day or two. And I've not had any real problems. I saved the wastewater from my RO system, and I used it in all my freshwater tanks. So I'm running deep well water through an RO, which reduces the GH from about 250 to below 10. So all of that hard water goes into all of my freshwater tanks, with the exception of those that are RO freshwater. And I do have a little bit of that. I've got a few tanks of RO water.
Well, there's certainly fish out there that'd love that 250 level and shrimp and stuff.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, the Africans certainly.
Mm.
And most of the tetras, they seem to do fine in it.
I think you're in good shape, Father. You can tell a story. Uh-oh.
We just lost Blackie. I use RO and remineralize at Thunder's saying. It's a good way to control parameters. Key is to put the good wanted minerals in. Good for shrimp, snails, fish, and plants. Limits how many other things are in there. Yeah, that's true, and I've never done it. I've never remineralized RO water. Other than to put salt water in RO water. And I do that all the time, and that is very much a remineralization process. Now, I want to say one more thing about that while I'm on the subject. We've been experimenting with evaporated sea salt. Evaporated sea salt is the salt that is sold for water softeners and the like, and it's pure evaporated sea salt. So we're using it on one of our saltwater systems, the one that has all of our inverts in it, and all the local catch stuff. So we're not risking expensive animals, but we're trying it with a variety of animals to see how they fare, and so far so good. So if this works out, we're going to be promoting sea salt for saltwater tanks, in keeping with the big aquariums, public aquariums, that use sea salt combined with Epsom salts and baking soda in order to achieve their million gallon tanks, in which they discover that after a matter of a month or so, all of the trace elements are back in that water. You were gone and you returned.
You know, me and Buttons, we've got a long, dark history, and I done pushed a button again.
Yeah, I push buttons all the time. I have a button in the top right corner of my screen. I have a touch screen, and when I'm moving that screen, if I touch that right top corner, everything disappears.
I reckon if all my buttons said "Don't push me," I'd still push half of them.
Right. Alan Tooth sent a question. What
Yeah,
is
that's what
Alan Tooth?
I was looking for that. Trying to catch it before you asked me. It must be way up there.
Must be. Do it
I'll
again.
find it. Yeah.
Alan was in here day before yesterday, volunteering. Did a yeoman's job. It was
Sorry,
just
that I missed that. I did miss it because I don't see it. I'm very sorry.
Danny Ken is here. Hi, Danny Ken.
Kenny. Can I just say my favorite part of the stream tonight was that little bit where Aqua Funk hit the mute button. That was the best. I loved it.
You are bad on Aqua. Aqua Funk said we had him speak at our fish club meeting.
Oh, he's lovely. That's why I pick on him.
It was great fun.
Did you notice that he said it's on and he was coming for me?
I did.
And what did I get? I got nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, we did go easy on you, I thought.
Yeah. Probably because he knew what was coming back. I tried to spark him. Sorry, Aquafunk. If you're listening still, he's probably crying in the corner or something.
He was feeding his babies. Babies.
That's what the kids call it nowadays, didn't you hear?
Now. Let's not get nasty.
Yeah. He's gone and I'm still cracking at him. Sorry, Aquafunk. I've said sorry too many times. He knows I love him.
Indeed. As do we all. Oh.
Did we find, was it Alan's question?
No, we did not.
Back up. And I can't find it. And I apologize, Alan. I was trying to look, but I'm not finding it. I see where
I had
you
a look too. Yeah, it seemed that it was way back.
Maybe it didn't post. I see you said
we should be able to sort. That would help. We need a sort command.
But it really isn't. I really don't see it. So would you mind posting it again, please?
I hope he hasn't just gone because we didn't get his question. Sorry, Alan.
It's really not there. I don't see it. Unless somebody else sees it. But most people were still talking about Petroman. Oh, they're still talking about salts in the water. He uses discus minerals from Germany to add minerals back to his.
I know. I've heard. Yeah, I know. I heard about it.
Alan, I'm so sorry. I see that I sent a question, Mary. Let's see. Where'd he go?
Petroman. In salt water, you just have to add salt to the ROD water. RODI.
I found it. Or he just reposted it. He was wondering if it'd be okay to top my existing Echo Complete tank, which is a 1.5 years old, with a bag of fresh Echo Complete before I cap it.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, I know you like your deep substrates, but wouldn't you like, maybe take a couple of scoops of the old stuff out first?
Oh no, that's all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the beneficial stuff.
All right, just clarifying, just in case people had that question as well. No need to chew my head off.
Well, it was the second time you raised that issue.
Oh, was it?
I thought I gentled you the first time, so I needed to come with the hammer this time.
Righto, yeah.
More bells
I felt the first time may have had a subtly different nuance to the nature of the question, but I do accept what you're saying.
Portieres come in.
Alexander Lee agrees as well. No need to replace your Eco Complete. It's fine.
Really?
Well,
yeah,
it goes forever, that stuff.
About adding some more. It certainly won't hurt to do that. And my
what's
theory
fun?
is the more the better. The more the merrier. What do you say, Blackie?
More the merrier with regard to what? Substrate.
Substrate, yeah.
Yeah, build it up. The only reason I don't keep massive amounts of substrate in my tanks is that half of my tanks are massive cichlid tanks, so
Oh, right.
substrate just gets chucked around anyway.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't work real well. I agree.
yeah, I keep a little bit in there, and I just accept that those guys are going to pile it up where they want it.
I'll tell you what
And-
works, though. If you have a whole lot of fish in a cichlid tank, then they don't get into digging because there's too much competition.
Yeah, but if I put my cichlids with each other, they murder one another in an instant.
They can be aggressive little buggers, can't they?
Well, I know you use the term little advisedly, but most of my cichlids are over a foot.
Oh, really? So you
Yeah.
got Central Americans?
I do. I have a pair of Feste
Oh, wow.
and a Jaguar and a very, very, very large Oscar.
Oh, nice.
Does anyone want him? Because I want my Feste in the Oscar tank. Someone come and get my Oscar. He's trained.
Really?
He plays with a table tennis ball. He likes that fun game.
Funny.
Did you see that again, Father Fish? He's wanting to. He's wanting the Echo Complete. He didn't like it, so he put in. Oh, no, that's Petroman. I'm sorry. He wanted to know if he could add a bag of fresh Echo Complete on top of.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, and then cap it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No reason not to.
Oh, he says, look above that. What am I missing?
40A.
Sorry.
No, I thought we answered the question, and I even did some comedy based on your answer of the question.
Yeah. It's a series of answers, as I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, I failed my job musically today. Sorry.
No, you did okay. Go to town, Alan. Put 2 bags of Eco Complete in there.
He's got an existing.
I'd go for 35% substrate and whatever 100 minus 35 is of water.
Well, he's talking about he has his old Echo Complete down, I believe, and he's wanting to know if he should just put a new bag on top of that.
All right, here's what you need to get about that. You're operating on a false assumption. The false assumption is that the subsoil that you have down there is somehow depleted. That ain't necessarily so. However, if you have removed the sand cap and are now down to the original Eco Complete, and you add to that, you're restoring whatever minerals have been used up and then are capping the whole thing. It's hard for me to believe you're doing that because removing the sand cap pretty thoroughly messes up the tank. So I don't really know what the aegis of all this is. But my suggestion is, if that's what you want to do, then you ought to do it. Because you understand what you're doing, and I really don't. So just do it. So long as you cap it with an inch or two of sand, it doesn't matter what you do. It's going to be fine.
Ben Nipper is asking, do you recommend both a light and fluorescent microscope for identifying microbes, internal parasites, and etc.? Down the wormhole. Good afternoon or good morning.
Yeah, Finniper.
G'day, D.
I don't have any recommendations one way or the other for that. Blackie, would you like to respond to the query?
I apologize. I missed the question. Someone repeat it for me, please.
Yeah, Fittiver J. Puddle says, do you recommend both a light and fluorescent microscope for identifying microbes, internal parasites, etc.?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend both the fluorescent light and the microscope because you're going to get much better microscoping and fluorescing if you use both.
There you go. You have it from the horse's mouth or the other end, whichever.
I think it must be about 37 years since I've used a microscope, by the way.
Is that right? All right.
Someone asked me a question before. Fish Dreams asking me, any good tank mates for an adult jag? You know it's a bad question. Oh, then I don't need to answer it then, do I? You're just being silly. I find the last tank mate my adult jag had was another adult jag, and it murdered it. Right. There was a murder. I find that jaguars only tend to survive with other fish if they grow up with them from very small. And pretty much anything you put in with a, let's say, what's my guy? He's about 11 inches long, male Mesahera. No, hang on, wrong one. What are jaguars? Parachromis managuens.
Nice.
Yeah, he just eats everything that goes in with him, except for his food at the moment. He's off his food. He won't eat his pellets. Won't eat prawns.
I have a 500-gallon that has about a dozen Central Americans in it, mostly Oscars, but there also is a jag, a small jag, a big peacock. I don't remember what else. Some South American, some African. I've got a 2-foot biker in there, and some red-tailed cats. I think that's about it. And
what's the dimensions on that tank?
It's 10 foot by 3 foot tall and 2.5 foot deep.
Nice. Jealous.
Big tank. Big tank.
Low key jealous.
Yeah, nice tank.
Whatever that means. But where were you going with that?
I was just saying I have Central Americans in it. It's all Central America, or mostly.
Yeah.
I do have a very large biker in there.
It's kind of the only way you can go. Like my oldest son, he's got a 6x2 tank, and he had quite a nice South American cichlid community going on in that. But you've got to have the big tank.
Oh yeah.
Or they just beat the crap out of each other.
Aquarium Cop just popped in. That's Aquarium Cop.
It is so.
Hello, Fish Fam, he says. Nice to see you.
Father Fish is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mary is Princess Leia.
Ooh.
Mary's Princess Leia.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Dr. Black is Darth Maul.
Yes. Oh.
I love awesome Star Wars references.
And Dr. Black, I am Darth Vader. I am your father. Now let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
But now all I want to talk about is Star Wars. You know that's my special subject, right?
Yes, I do, sir. I've been following you before you were born. Have fun, guys. Just want to say hi.
That's what George Lucas told me in a dream once.
All right, guys. We're down at the tail end here. Thank you, Aquarium Cop. We're going to put a little music on. If I can figure out how to get to something, I cannot. Now what do I do? My screen is jammed up.
It's the
Whenever
force.
when
The
my
force
screen
is
jams up,
purpose.
if the force keys don't work, I just push all the buttons at once.
Oh, good. Something came up. All right, we're gonna do it here. We're gonna bring up. We played everything, I guess, didn't we?
I think
we
so.
did. Okay, so we'll go back to aquatic. Where is it?
Cop,
We'll
I
go
hope you have a good day. And Dr. Black, I hope y'all have a good day.
Thanks, Mary Page. You too. I mean, I'm about to go to bed. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning.
We're going to go back to the woods. We're going to go try again.
Thank you for coming on, Blackie. Really,
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
Great fun. All
Good to see you, Cop. And Mary Page, go well.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Talk to you all soon. I'll see you when I'm looking at you.
Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye, everybody.
The principle, if you will, of enjoying
Oh, this is the end of
your
it.
aquarium
That's good. We didn't play this.
is a function of
Isn't it so pretty, though?
setting it up so that it is as trouble-free and as labor-free as is
Fish
possible.
Streams, Dragon Lair,
That's really all I've
Alan
been trying
Tooth.
to
I
do
got snacks.
through all these
Danny
videos
Can.
is how to set up an aquarium.
Nice to
Alan.
have you guys with us. Thank you so much for coming on and spending the morning with us.
You can walk away from for an extended period of time.
Tuned up for a lovely day.
Remain stable and healthy. So I guess that's really, if you're having trouble, that's what you need to figure out. Is that it really is possible. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. It really is possible to set up an aquarium that is honestly trouble-free. I was watching a video recently, a pretty long one, by a good aquarist who is trying to help people with problem solving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sweet. Lovely stuff. There we are.
Father fish, father fish. One place to go to if you have Vic, your fish may itch or even flash. So father fish is your one-stop cap. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Raise the temperature with a helping hand. And add some garlic on top of that sand. The itch will go, your plants will grow, and all of your fish will have a happy home. Father fish, so father fish, your one-stop wonder if you keep fish. Starring Sir Father Fish and all his followers on the Father Fish channel. Over to you, Sir Father Fish. Hello, Mary. Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. About fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Bye, all.
that
Nice
one
to
will
have you with us today. Thanks for coming in. Delighted to have you. Wonderful day. Have a great and lovely day on this beautiful Sunday. Bye for now. See you in the morning.